All right, let's talk about creativity. We often think of it as this flash of lightning, right? A single brilliant idea just strikes out of the blue. But what if it's not like that at all? What if it's more like a skill, something you can actually learn? Well, today, we're gonna pull back the curtain on the creative process and break it down into two fundamental, really powerful ways of thinking.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? Just staring at a blank page or wrestling with some complex problem, just hoping for that one perfect eureka moment to hit. It's so frustrating, and it can make creativity feel like you're just playing the lottery. But the truth is, you don't have to sit around and wait for inspiration to find you. Because here's the secret. Creativity isn't some kind of magic that only a few lucky people are born with. Nope, it's a real process. It's a structured way of thinking that literally anyone can learn, practice, and get way better at. It's a system you can actually manage. So let's get right into that process. At its very heart, you'll find two totally distinct, almost opposite ways of thinking that actually work together in this incredible partnership. So let's meet the two stars of the show, Divergent and Convergent thinking. Think of them as two different gears in your creative engine. Divergent thinking, that's all about generating options. It's about expanding your worldview, exploring every single possibility. Convergent thinking, on the other hand, well, that's about evaluating all those options, refining them, and focusing in on the very best solution. Let's start with that first mode, because this is where every creative journey really begins. It's divergent thinking, or as I like to think of it, the go wide phase. And notice the key word here is multiple. Divergent thinking is not about finding the right answer, not at all. It's about finding every possible answer you can think of. It's supposed to be messy and expansive. It's this exciting exploration of what could be.
So how do you actually do it? Well, the rules are super simple, but they're absolutely crucial. First, you've got to aim for quantity, not quality. Just get the ideas out there. Second, and this is a big one, you have to defer all judgment. There are no bad ideas at this stage. You know that little voice in your head that says, "Oh, that'll never work"? You have to tell it to just take a break. The whole goal is to explore every single path, especially the weird and unconventional ones.
All right, so once you've gone wide and you've got this mountain of possibilities, it is time to switch gears. Welcome to convergent thinking, the zoom-in phase. If divergent thinking was all about making a mess, then convergent thinking is about cleaning it up. This is the logical, analytical part of the process. It's where you start to apply criteria, ask those tough, critical questions, and you systematically narrow down all your options to find the one that's the strongest. And the rules here? They're pretty much the mirror opposite of the divergent phase. Now, quality is everything. You bring back that inner critic you told to take a break earlier. You start to follow a logical path. You test your ideas against reality, and you just refine until you've honed in on that single, powerful solution. So you've got these two opposing forces, right? One expands, one contracts. But the real magic, the real creative breakthrough, it doesn't happen in just one mode or the other. It happens in how they work together. It's a cycle. And it's a really simple, repeatable loop. You start by going wide with divergent thinking, just generate a ton of raw ideas. Then you zoom in with convergent thinking to critique, select, and polish up the most promising ones. Now, sometimes that refined idea is your final solution. Awesome, but other times it just becomes the starting point for a whole new round, and you just repeat the process. So this is really the most crucial point. True, effective creativity is a dance. It's this fluid movement between the absolute freedom of expansion and the intense focus of refinement. Knowing when to generate and when to evaluate, when to open your mind up and when to narrow it down, that is the real key to unlocking your creative potential. Okay, so knowing the steps to the dance is one thing, but, becoming a great dancer, that's something else entirely. And just like any skill, the way you improve is through practice. And ultimately, this is the big takeaway. Creative thinking is not a one-and-done trick, it is a muscle. The more you consciously practice switching between these two modes, the more you explore new ideas and then refine them, the stronger and more natural your whole creative process is going to become. So now you have the framework. You understand the dance between generating and refining. The only question left is, what are you going to create with it? Now that you know the process, what problem will you solve first?